What's happening, sports fans? Welcome back to another episode of Mom and Papa Joe. Today on the menu are steak and cheese sandwiches. We're going to throw those on the Traeger flat rock and we're going to see if we can make it do what it do. Let's get right into it. Alright, minimal ingredients for this cook, ladies and gentlemen. I've got some red and green bell pepper and a yellow onion. I love lots of yellow onions in my steak and cheese. You can cut these yellow onions as fine as you want to or as large as you want to. I like to be able to see my onions, so I leave them a little larger than normal. So on our rolls, once we get to cooking, I'm going to butter one side with a garlic spread that I'm getting ready to make. I've got about a tablespoon and a half of some unsalted butter right there. Just going to come in with a little bit of parsley and some garlic paste. You know your tolerance, your liking, as much or as little as you want. We're just going to melt this and let this come together. Spread it over the bread along with this mayo. Too simple. All right, so let's take care of the star of the show. We've had this steak in the freezer, man, for some months, so it's well overdue for use. You're going to want this steak as cold as possible. If necessary, you can place it into your freezer for 20, 30 minutes or so because you're going to want to slice it as thinly as possible. What I like to do is I'm going to try to get out any large pieces of fat that I don't really want in my sandwich. It has a bone in it, so I'm going to remove that bone. Trooper is going to enjoy. So what I'm doing is just removing any hard pieces of fat that I feel. Anything that's soft will be good to go. And you're going to try to slice this as thinly as possible. The thinner your slices, the faster they'll cook, the more tender they'll be. The faster they cook, the more juices they'll retain. So you can see these are pretty thin slices. Once you're at this point, if you would like the meat a little finer, you can definitely go ahead and cut it up just a little more. If not, you can leave it as is. We're going to head outside and get this flat rock preheated. All right, the flat rock is preheated. I'm only running 2 burners today, this one and this one. I've got them both on medium right now. First thing I want to do is start caramelizing some onions. So I'm just going to go down with a little bit of ghee, come right back with those onions. And like I said, I like mine pretty chunky onions. This cook can move pretty fast. So while we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get some of this awesome garlic butter onto one side and then that mayo onto the opposite side. Oh yeah. Onions are caramelizing beautifully. Let's throw down these bell peppers. They're not going to take as long as the onions. And in case you're wondering what this is, I've got my Cheez Whiz in a pot with some hot water. And I'm just having it, the Cheez Whiz is in a bowl, staying warm. That way it flows properly. Now the sugars in that bell pepper will really caramelize quickly. I don't know how well you're able to see that, but it is good to go. That's beautiful. You take that off. Down with just a little more ghee. And we're going to drop our steak. I'm only going to do one sandwich. I'm going to cut this in half, and Mama will have hers when she get home. We'll put it together. Hey, we got a little garlic butter left. Why not? Been about a minute or so. Come down with some Uncle Chris. Man, that color is beautiful. Look at that crust. All right, we're not going to overcook this. My cheese is hot. I'm actually going to turn off my burners. Both burners are off. In with my onion and bell pepper. And come in here with some of that good cheese. Oh. You gotta be careful when cheese is on that grill, man. It'll burn quickly. Cheese is nicely warmed. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. All right, folks, let's see what we're working with. We've given this a few to cool down, man. Oh, oh my goodness. Well, folks, I'm telling you, I'm fighting these flies, man. But that's absolutely delicious. Very easy, quick cook. As usual, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with Mom and Pop Joe's. We absolutely appreciate it. Be on the lookout for another video coming soon. In the meantime, Mom and I want you guys to take care of yourselves, love each other, and we'll see you when we see you. Holla.